Hey guys, I'm Resha.
I'm Ibrahim, and we're the Mandinka family.
And today I'm going to give you 5 things for you to know as diasporans on what to know about a Gambian before you date or marry them. So stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
You be my queen, you be my skin saver. I be a king, no be cinema. Diamond, mineral, situation critical. You be my queen, you be my screen saver. I be a king, no be cinema. Diamond, mineral, situation critical. Sun kiss your body, glitter, glitter.
Alright guys, so as we mentioned, we're going to talk about what to know before dating or marrying a Gambian, whether it's a man or woman. This just general information that you can know that could be helpful. Of course, there's nothing absolute, so this is just mostly what I have found to be true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna give you 5 things to know. So the first thing is that Gambians are really strong in their faith. So if you do plan to date or marry a Gambian, don't come into a relationship with the intention of trying to convert them or anything like that. You have to respect people for what they are, when they are, where they are. And that includes being willing to accept that they will practice their faith for the rest of their life, more than likely. And if you don't think that that's something that you would want to do, then you probably need to go ahead and exit that relationship immediately. Otherwise, if you do plan to stick around, you need to be willing to communicate about what you are willing to deal with or what you're not willing to deal with. But just know that you have to respect their faith, and you have to make the adjustments so that they can, comfortably practice their faith without feeling like they're walking on eggshells or feeling like they can't do certain things. So, you got to let them be who they are in terms of like their faith and religion. The second thing is most Gambians have a big family. Now, a lot of us in the West, a lot of us diasporans in the West, our life typically revolves around an 8-hour, 5-day work shift. So when we get up in the morning, we might work 8 hours. Excuse me. When we get up in the morning, we might work 8 hours. When we get off, we're too tired to go visit family or whatever. Like we might, our really close family, we might call them and say, hey, how you doing? May talk for a few minutes and then you get off the phone, but we don't like see them every day. And we are conditioned to think that we don't have to talk to them every day. Like we can go a week or a couple of weeks without talking to family and we're fine. Like it's just a normal day for us. But if you plan to date or marry a Gambian, man or woman, you have to realize that Gambians and even Africans on the continent really place value on family as opposed to other things like that we place value on in the West, like money or something like that. So just know that this is actually a good thing. You have to be willing to adjust your mindset. And if you're that type of person who, like myself, I like the state of myself, I don't really care to be around family all of the time. And that's just because that's just how it's been for years. But I've adjusted my mindset and place value on family, especially when I'm with my husband and I'm around his family and stuff. We go visit them almost every day. He just goes visit them and they're just chilling, talking, making tea. They have the time to do it. In the West, we don't really have that much time to do it. And maybe that's a big part of the reason. But just be willing to be open-minded and open in yourself, especially if you're a person who loves solitude or you're an introvert and you like to stay to yourself. If you do plan to date or marry a Gambian, just be willing to open your mind and your heart to being around family frequently, I would say. And of course, you guys can compromise. You know what I mean? You can let him know, like, hey, babe, I don't want to see your family every single day. But you also, don't want to... there has to be compromising. Like, it has to be a balance. It has to be enough to where he's okay with seeing his family a certain amount of time. And it also has to be okay where you get your personal time
Spending
to
time
yourself.
together,
Yeah, without other people around. And make sure you're not self-compromising. It must be a middle ground where both of you are okay with whatever ramifications you set for your relationship. Now, the third thing, this is very obvious. This is very obvious. Be prepared to navigate through cultural and language barriers. And I say this because this is very important, especially at the beginning of your relationship. Like when me and Bison was just dating, he would misunderstand me a lot, and I would misunderstand him a lot, and I'd be like, "What do you mean?" Like, and then sometimes it will as a result, frustration comes.
Yeah, like one time, she tried to call me motherfucker. I was like, damn, you call me motherfucker? Like something like that.
That was like at the very beginning of our relationship. Yeah. In fact, yeah, I don't even know if we were quite dating then. Like, I think we were about to date or something. But yeah, he was like, I am not a motherfucker. And now... But now he says motherfucker all the time.
That's not how I talk. It's because I've been hanging around you too much, I guess.
Yeah.
That's just fine.
Yeah, and being that, and also just knowing that, like, when you are dating a Gambian, more than likely, English is not their first language. It's probably their second or maybe third language. That's your third language because you speak Mandinka Wolof, then English. So there's some words that, and it's okay because there's words in my second language I can't always formulate because I'm used to English. But sometimes, he's trying to think of something, and sometimes, if you speak multiple languages, you guys know, like, sometimes you can't formulate certain sentences. You don't know how to put it into words or something. And so someone as a native speaker might get frustrated and be like, come on, spit it out. What are you trying to say? Like, what? That doesn't even make sense. Like, say it right. What are you
because you wouldn't
about?
know how to best put it into words.
Right. And so sometimes when you feel like they can't put it into words, I used to think, like, if you can't put it into words, then you really don't care too deeply about it. But that's not necessarily true, because, like, he'll try to, he'll say it in Mandinka even though I don't understand it. And so maybe it can't reach my mind or whatever, but, his actions will reach.
Yeah, I try to best explain it onto how she could understand what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. So definitely, you guys, be willing to openly communicate and be like, hey, what do you mean by that? Because how you said that, what it means to me is blah, blah, blah. Sometimes we may perceive things in a way that was not intended.
That it wasn't meant.
Yeah. So the fourth thing to know before dating or marrying a Gambian is that the average Gambian doesn't take home much money or make much money. The average Gambian makes about what in a month? About
2,000, 3,000.
2,000, 3,000. So that's roughly $50 to $60 per month, you guys. So that's the typical average wage. And some months are better than others because if you have trade skills, for example, welding, plumbing, electric, like being an electrician.
Yeah.
Those are all trade jobs. But also those jobs are on call, which means it's not a set 8-hour schedule a day like we're used to. It's if I get a phone call and someone who knows someone says, hey, somebody needs you to work on this plumbing or work on this electricity or whatever, then that's where you get your money. And then you may not get a call for a couple of weeks or something.
Even months.
Yeah.
Probably a month,
Yeah. And so when you don't, then you have to, how do you find other ways to make money? Like, what do you...
you go, we call it raba. You see other stuff, you go and do it. Try to,
So just other little small jobs in between when your main skill is, on call. And you know, that's something we just want to be very transparent about, because in every relationship, no matter where you're at in the world, there's always going to be a partner. There's always going to be a time where a partner is going to be carrying the load and the other partner's not. And then the roles could switch, because there's been times where the roles will switch and I didn't have it and he had it. You see what I'm saying? And he helped me. And so, yeah. So never, you know, just because I'm saying that just on average, the average Gambian, you know, makes roughly $50 to $60 a month, doesn't mean that they can't help you with a whole bunch of other things that you aren't even able to do yourself. Yeah, I mean, that's just something to know, and that's okay. It's nothing to be like ashamed about, because like if the true love is there, then you guys are gonna make it. And yeah, if the true love is there, you guys will make it. So the fifth thing that you should know before dating or marrying a Gambian is that if you find a Gambian who truly loves you, man or woman, then they will be a good investment in your life. And by that I mean, you know the saying, you guys in the West, my diasporans, hey, it says if you give a woman lemons, she'll make lemonade. Well, it's the same type of concept. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what you bring to the table. But if you have someone and you know people's true intent, you can tell people's true intention. If you're very intuitive, you're very discerning, you pay attention to subtle changes in behavior, like you know how to read people. Like, people can, you know, my brother always, shout out to my brother Resha, he always used to say, people will eventually show their true colors. They can't pretend forever. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to eventually see changes, or if there's inconsistencies, you will see it, is if you're paying attention, if you're an observant person. So if you see someone who's consistent and he's giving you your time, giving you his or her time, because time equals genuine interest, then and they're consistent with it, then you more than likely, you know, there's a very good chance that you have someone who genuinely cares about you and loves you. And I do know that there are a lot of Gambians out there who are using people for their own personal gain, and you know, just trying to either get a green card or just be like, hey, yo, like
just to, you know, probably have a greener pasture, something like that. A greener pasture,
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're just trying to, you know, get out of the, you know,
hustle or
impoverished environment that they're in, and they're willing to do it by any means necessary.
Yeah.
So there are plenty of Gambians like that out there.
Both men and women.
Both men and women. But there are some genuine ones. I've seen it, in like not just Bison, but like, you know, I have seen other people. So yeah, if you're willing to invest that time and get to know and build relationships with people, you'll be able to discern who's real and who's fake anywhere globally. So yeah, what do you think about what I said, babe? Do you agree or disagree with anything?
Yeah, so far all that you said here, I agree with everything that you said. You know, because you've been with me for a while now, and you've observed certain things in Gambia here, and the daily living of Gambians. Like, okay, I'm your husband, so we've been together for a while. So you've observed, you know, so many things about me, and you've observed so many things about not just me, but my family, the people that I want, my friends, and some things like that. So yeah, definitely what you said, I agree with you on that.
All right, guys, so if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. How can they reach us?
The Mandinka Family on Facebook, and at the Mandinka Family on IG, the Mandinka Family at gmail.com.
All right, guys, so I hope you enjoyed this sweet conversation, and hopefully you take these helpful tips in case you are coming to Gambia and possibly looking for a romantic relationship. But you know, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and as always, don't forget, Black love is Black power. See you guys.
See you.